Hey guys, Merry Christmas! It's Lindsay. Today I wanted to show you guys a little drawing video. So I'm going to show you how to do some trees. This is one of my rubber stamps from Impression Obsession Rubber Stamps. And it's called Funky Trees. So I've got a tree that I draw all the time, which is like a pine tree, kind of a curvy Christmas tree, a tall skinny tree that's got a hanging heart, a swirly tree, and kind of a triangle tree. So I'm going to show you how to do those. Then I wanted to show you really quick some ornaments. So this tree is kind of a fluffy tree, and I love it on my ornaments. So that's done with paint pens, and the sparkle in there is glitter glue. This is that pine tree again that's done in a pickup truck, in the back of a truck, like you bringing a tree home from the tree farm. And I think these are kind of like those pine trees also. They have snow on them. I pretty much love this ornament. Snowflakes. And the rest of these guys are not Christmas trees. I just had them in my tray, so they got to stay. Little elf boys and fairy girls and elf girls. They're so cute. Look at this girl. Anyway, okay, I digress. We're going to do trees today. So what I always start with is some just cut pieces of, I have scrap watercolor paper, so I keep that around. So we're going to start with, well, let's see, probably the one I can do the quickest for you, I don't need a pencil for, is the pine tree, which I love to do. And it is, let's see if we can zoom in. I always mess this up when I try. Oh, such technical equipment. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to kind of do it off-centered. You're going to do pretty much a trunk that's like that. It's almost like a triangle. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it also doesn't have to be colored in. I'll show you really quick here. So I'm using Micron pen of choice for this kind of stuff, and then coloring in with watercolors and colored pencils. So see, that's the trunk of the tree, okay? And for the tree, it's very technical. So for a pine tree, let's see if I can get out of the way here so you can see a little bit better. It's just scribbling. My pen's a little dry. And you get a little bit bigger as you go down, and you kind of want it to look like a tree. So I just scribble the tree. Is how I get this really cute pine tree. And it looks so cute with a moon or some glitter glue or a star on the top of it for Christmas or presents at the bottom. Or like in the back of that pickup truck, which I thought was pretty cute. We'll see if it sells this weekend at the craft shows. Who knows? So that is all there is to do with the pine tree. See how quick that was? And these are just really scribbles. See, as I'm doing it there? You can add more or less. Now it's kind of turning fluffy, so since I'm holding it up here and drawing, we'll make it a little fluffier than less pointy. So then all you're going to do to color this one, hold on, I don't like this part, you got to fix this. Kind of has to connect up a little bit more to the trunk. Alright. So all you're going to do to color this is either of a couple things. So I think I'm going to use colored pencil for the trunk and just get that in there kind of quickly. So that's all I've done with the trunk. You can see that was really hard. Let's push these ornaments back and get the stamp out of the way and bring the watercolors in. So for this, oh, lots of color. I kind of like to blend my colors. I'm wiping off the color because there was a lot of color in there. Don't really need all that. And again, use several colors of greens. You can add some brown in there if you want it to be more olivey. Kind of like that. A little bit more dark green up top. And that's all you have to do for a scribble tree. Isn't that cool? Quick and easy. Then what I love to do, where's my glitter glue? Normally I would do this last, but for the sake of the video, even though I'm not done drawing on it because it'll probably have a little quote or something. See the glitter glue scribbling at the bottom? I hope that comes out. I think you can see that. Isn't the glitter glue cool? It just looks like snow down there. Oh, I'm gonna need some glitter glue and a star at the top. And that is that whole Christmas tree. Isn't it pretty? You could go back after it dries. Well, let's put this one aside and then maybe I'll, as long as I remember to go back after it dries and show you how to add some ornaments to it, we could do that. So for another one, I'll use the pencil so you guys can see kind of how this little tree, that's this kind of little crooked tree. I think that's so cute. So this is the trio, not trio, but 5 trees, whatever. You know what I mean. So I kind of start crooked. So the first, I hope you can see that. There we go. The first one is a little off center. Second one is still kind of crooked. And you can do them skinny and you can do them thick, however you want. And then when you kind of get to the bottom, you want to straighten it out a little bit. And then your trunk. I don't know if you guys can see that, but when I finally fill it in with pen, you will see it. So isn't that cute? Oh, and the star. Now, it's a hard thing for me to teach people how to draw stars the way that I do. It takes a lot of practice to do these open stars. So if you can't do it this way, I'll flip it over. Just do a star like this. And then when you go to create your star with a pen, just go here and here and here. And after you do this a few times, you'll learn how to do an open star like I do. Maybe 20, 40, 50 times. Anyway, you can see the center, all the little lines from where we originally drew the star. But then your pen is going to go where it's all dark there, and that's going to create your star. But after a million times, you'll be able to do this too. Trust me. Okay, so for our star, by the way, it's hailing and thundering and lightning outside right now. It's amazing here. My husband has a fire going and stupid Vikings game on. It makes him so angry when he watches the Vikings. That's his team. So, taking the black pen and doing the star, and then giving our little tree some shape there. Hey guys. Okay, so we had a little glitch there because my telephone rang, and apparently on a cell phone, when it rings, your video stops. So I finished this one, but I wanted to give you a quick recap on it because for me, I'm all done, but for you, you didn't get to see it finished. So I'm just gonna, I've got it here in pencil, of course never two the same. I'm gonna do it in pen and then watercolor it for you so you can see how it's gonna look. Oh, that's a skinny pen. I want my regular, nice big number 8. So do the star, which I think it was on the other part of the video, and do your triangles, which I think I talked about, but it may have erased. How you do them in pencil, but it never seems to be the same when you go over it in pen. So do whatever floats your boat. You can go directly over your pencil line, or I like to kind of use the pencils as a guideline and come up with another way to do it when I actually go to pen. So here's the cross hatching for the trunk, and you can do it however you want. I kind of like cross hatching a little bit. So that's that one. And we'll erase. I'm not sure if I talked about this or not already, but a white eraser, fabulous tool. I think we've talked about it in other videos if I haven't done it here. My memory is shot these days. So there's that cute tree. That one's pretty simple. And that's kind of like, it looks like a little dancing tree. So when that one is finished, I gave a little shadow line here, a little extra penmanship because I kind of overshot the line right there, if you can see it. So the only way to cover up a boo-boo is to just cover it up and move on. Don't worry about it. So that's the ballerina tree. The next trees I was showing are the skinny, kind of funky trees. And so I gave these guys a star, a heart, and a peace sign. And the way you do those trees are, we'll do one of those here on camera, is you do a triangle, but it kind of curves off to either the left or the right. And you want to have it come up to a curl and have whatever you want hanging off of it. And I like super skinny trunks for that one. So to finish this one, we'll use the skinny pin so you can see how skinny it really is. This is a 0.1 micron. And if you start at the top and come down and create your triangle, go back up to the top and kind of curve around. And then whatever you decide to hang down from that, a bird, a heart, a star, a poinsettia, Santa Claus, whatever, can be right in there. Now, this is a little skinny pen, so I think when I erase this, it's going to be a little too thin of a line for me, so I may go over it, which is kind of another happy accident I can show you, which is super fun. And not for the star, I don't think, but for the tree. Can you see the line? It's pretty skinny. So what I like to do is kind of just go back over it several times, and I'll show you. I'll pick this up when I'm done so you can see how it kind of thickens itself up. Turn that to the side here, and it kind of gives the tree a little bit of dimension. And I'll show you just another thing that I love to do with these trees, and that is to create lines in them. And those don't have to be big. Kind of like how I give my girls stockings, so when we color it in and give that trunk some bulk or rings or bark or whatever you want to call it. So that's the trunk. And even though, see, this pen kind of skips a little bit because I'm cheap and I don't replace my pens very often, it's still okay. It still works. So for this one, we're going to use some funky colors because it's a funky tree. Got some purple going on in here. Oh, I love that. And kind of overshoot. Don't have to be precise. You get the idea. It's still a tree. Oh, that's cute. I like it. Go to the green. It's a little too dark. That's all right. Maybe add lavender up top there and go back to the purple for that part and do our star in, I don't know, lime maybe. Get a couple colors of green going on in there. And you can see that I didn't stay inside the lines. Don't worry about any of that. That's the fun of all of this. So, might have been a good thing that my camera turned off because I kind of love this. Let's add orange in the trunk. That'd be kind of weird. I kind of love this tree. So cute. So, here's what we had with our trees that I did when the video shut off. And then here's the funky tree that we just did now. So you can see that you can do them all different shapes and sizes of triangles and curve to the right and curve to the left and stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Okay. Then the last one I did was just a regular triangle tree, and that's this guy here, is this guy, little one. So that is done just by, let's put that, let's see, I'm just going to do a shorty here. So you're just doing one triangle to begin with, and then you kind of tuck the rest of them behind and thicken thin boughs for your tree. We'll go really all the way down to the bottom and do a chunky stem or chunky trunk, chunky. Sorry, it's late. All right. So this one gets a ampersand. Or no, it's not an ampersand. Oh, it's really late. I apologize. It's an asterisk. So all my snowflakes are done with asterisks. Can you see how cute those are? And that's this whole ornament is a tree, snowflakes, and polka dots. Everywhere polka dots and glitter glue and snow. So asterisks make great snowflakes and tree toppers. So we've got that at the top of our triangle tree. And then we're just going to do our triangles. And this is very expensive watercolor paper. It does not like this pen. So this pen is not going in all the crevices of the watercolor paper, which is kind of fun. So it's not coloring all the way in, and that's okay with me. And I love this chunky trunk. Chunky. Okay. Get a little cross hatching. And let's do a little snowbank here. And these are all going to be turned into cards that I want you guys to go on my blog and take a look at when I'm done. I'm going to send them to some of my friends. I don't send cards anymore because I'm bad. I'm just so busy this time of year. But these, maybe I'll get done and maybe somebody will get it by, you know, January 20th or something. They'll just be winter trees. Okay? So speaking of winter trees, I think we'll do this one in blues because it'll be kind of like, my pen dry? Oh, my watercolor pen's almost dry. I don't have any water in it. So maybe we won't do a whole lot of blues. Yeah, it's working. So we'll make it like a snow tree. So we'll give it purples and blues. Pretty. Ooh, I love that color. So fun. Okay. So now you see a snow tree. Do it all in purples and blues, and it looks kind of wintry, so it doesn't have to be for Christmas, because God knows this is not going out in time for Christmas. Oh, that was bad. Let's get that. Oh, that's cool. Another happy accident. So since my water brush pen has no more water in it, I just kind of smeared that all around and got it going there. And we don't need watercolor for the chunky trunky. We can just use colored pencil. And again, for the base and our snowflake. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so pretty. Look at, and now I'm out of glitter glue. Where's the technical director? Somebody's got to get me better supplies. Okay, so see how pretty that is? I think you can see the glitter. It's sparkling, glistening in the snow. Okay, so there's our winter tree that was based on triangles and based on this funky tree, right? Then we had, back to the beginning, we had this tree which got some ornaments put into it with colored pencil and the white pen. And I was saying that if my colored pen or my painty pen wasn't in the car, I would add some metallic ornaments in there, and I will do that for the blog. And that's the pine tree. These are the funky trees, and that's a real funky tree, but I love the colors. And this one is a dancing ballerina tree. So I hope you guys practice these. They're pretty fun. Watercolors, watercolor paper, or just regular old paper, a pen, a pencil, and you can use colored pencils if you want, or watercolors. Any of that will work. And I hope you practice them, and I hope you make some cards and send them. So, Merry Christmas. It's almost here, so pretty excited. Have a great day.